When was the last time you paused, looked at your portfolio, and asked yourself, what small habit today might be quietly draining my wealth tomorrow? Not a market crash or a terrible stock pick, just one silent decision repeated over time, slowly pulling your money off track. The truth is, most people don't lose wealth all at once. They lose it gradually, through a mistake so common it feels harmless. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water, but there's a tiny hole at the bottom. You keep pouring more in, earning, saving, even investing consistently, but something keeps leaking out. At first, it's barely noticeable. Over time, it becomes the reason the bucket never fills. That quiet leak is letting your money sit idle, or pulling it out of the game too often. It feels responsible, keeping cash safe, waiting for the right time, taking profits early just to feel secure. But while your money sits still, inflation is quietly working against you, reducing what your money can actually buy. You don't feel it day to day, but over the years, it adds up more than you think. Think of it like planting a tree and digging it up every few days to check if it's growing. You move it around, second guess it, maybe even leave it out of the soil for a while. That tree never gets the chance to take root. Money works the same way. It needs time, consistency, and stability. Without those, growth doesn't compound, it resets. Here's where the damage really happens. Let's say you earn solid returns one year. Instead of letting that money continue working, you pull the gains out and leave them sitting in cash. The next year, you're back to earning only on your original amount. You've broken the chain. The snowball stops growing, and every time you repeat this, you quietly shrink your future. Now compare that to someone who leaves everything invested, letting gains stack on top of gains year after year. The difference isn't effort, it's behavior. The real power of investing isn't just earning returns. It's reinvesting those returns so they can keep working for you. Think of every dollar as a worker. When you invest it, it goes out and earns more dollars. But if you pull those earnings out and leave them sitting, they stop working. Over time, you end up with fewer workers than you could have had, and fewer workers means slower progress. The biggest trap is thinking you'll reinvest later. Most people don't. Life gets busy, fear creeps in, and that later keeps getting pushed further away. Even small interruptions matter more than people realize. A snowball rolling downhill grows faster every second, but if you stop it, even briefly, it loses momentum. And when you push it again, it starts smaller than it should have been. That's why two people earning the same income can end up in completely different financial positions. One stays consistent, the other keeps interrupting the process. Another version of this mistake is trying to time the market, jumping in and out, waiting for dips, reacting to headlines. It feels smart, even strategic, but in reality, most people end up missing the best days, the moments that drive long-term growth. Missing just a few of those days can significantly reduce your overall returns. The fix is simple, but it requires discipline. Keep your money invested, let it stay in the system. Reinvest your gains automatically so you're not tempted to interfere. Treat your investments like that tree. Plant it once, give it time, and stop digging it up. Instead of asking, when should I take money out? Start asking, how long can I leave this untouched? That one shift can change everything. Because over time, something powerful happens. Your returns begin to generate returns of their own. Then those returns grow even more. Eventually, your money starts doing more work than you do. This mistake doesn't feel dangerous, and that's exactly why it's so common. It hides behind caution, safety, and the desire to stay in control. But in investing, too much control can quietly destroy growth. Wealth doesn't need constant action. It needs consistency and patience. So remember the image: a bucket with no holes, a tree left undisturbed, a snowball that never stops rolling. Wealth doesn't need noise. It needs continuity. And sometimes, the smartest move you can make is simply not to interrupt what's already working.